Hey Tiff.
Hey,
Hey.
Aaron. It's been so long, I forgot how to do this.
Yeah, it took me a second to remember my I don't know, getting the mindset, I guess, of going live.
Yeah.
How was your winter break?
It was really good. I think I would describe it as balanced. Uh,
Nice.
yeah, I had a good mix of like spending time with the family and also being really
Hmm.
productive, uh, and doing things by myself. And yeah, nothing crazy. It was just like really balanced. Got to go to Disneyland and
Nice.
solve stuff. So
Solving.
yeah.
Yeah. Um, did you get any good gifts?
Ooh, dang. Did I get any? Okay, I'm already forgetting what gifts I got. I
Did
feel
I,
like as an
s-
adult,
did I
I don't
stump
know
you?
if I did. Okay, I can't remember, but I could tell you a gift that I was really excited about.
Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah. Let's
I
hear it.
bought her a bed, so I was really
Oh
excited to
nice.
build a bed.
Yeah.
Uh, it's like a princess, like a pink princess. So,
Nice. Does it have like the curtain thing on top?
oh
That
yeah,
that
yep,
thing.
yep,
Classic.
yep.
Good job, Tiff, doing the mom thing. Well, the real reason why I wanted to talk to you was because we have our new Sunday school series coming up. Do you want to tell everybody what we have planned?
Yes, I think officially it's now called Life with
Yeah.
Christ. But it's basically a series on a variety of topics such as anxiety and depression, pride and humility, envy, jealousy, friendship and loneliness, and adoption and family. I think
Hmm.
that's all of them.
Yeah,
It's
that's a good amount of them. Yeah.
um, yeah, so that's our series in Sunday school. I think the original plan was to do a worldview series, but since Kevin's doing that, we decided to pivot and do broader
Yeah.
topics. So that's our plan for this series.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
way I see it is that like the worldview series is sort of like, looking like on the outside, right? And seeing how the Bible, I don't know, what the Bible says about like the
Mhm.
world. But with our series, Life of Christ, I feel like we're looking at more like personal topics, more like heart issues. And so instead of like looking outside of the world, we're going to have the Bible kind of look
Mhm.
towards us and examine our own
Yeah.
hearts. It should be an interesting series. I'm hoping that the flow of me and you, going back and forth should be a good dynamic again. And I do plan to record, my teaching portions, so
Mhm.
everybody can find that on our church social
Yeah.
media. And then Tiff, you're going to do more interactive elements, but if there are more like teaching things that would be good to post, I'll go ahead and post your stuff on there too. What did you have? Did you have anything in mind on what you have planned so far? Like any different activities or stuff?
Honestly, a lot of it is super in brainstorm mode, but I'd really love to like look at scenarios, like what would you do? Because I feel like so much of our topics are so, like you said, like I'm sure they've encountered some of these things. Hi, Roy. uh, and, um, and so I'd love to hey, your friend is going through this. Like, how would you respond in a biblical way?
Mm, mm.
Or, or like, um, or it could be a debate. I think it just depends. Honestly, everything's fuzzy in my head right now. But I think just a lot of like application. What would you do? Like, really, or even looking into themselves, like what have I done, or how can I encourage someone else?
Yeah, yeah. No, I think there's a lot of like opportunities there. So definitely we can adjust on the fly, go week by week and see what we
Yeah.
need to do. I like what you had for this past week to introduce the series. Endora came in. So yeah, what do you think about Endora sharing?
Oh, I thought it was so great to have her there. Um, yeah, I think we had reached like I think just knowing Endora, like just being her
Hmm.
friend, like I
Hmm.
think she has like God had like just seeing how God has been so faithful in walking alongside her through all of like what she's gone through and just hearing her reflections. I thought that would be such a encouraging way for our students to like engage in some of those topics because I feel like she touches on so many of those topics in
Yeah.
her testimony. And I felt like, yeah, it was like for students to see such a real and raw way of how it might play out in someone's life, or maybe some of it resonated with them. Yeah, and Endora's, I just appreciate how open she was to just sharing and answering whatever questions that came up.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, yeah. Actually, Ray listened to the recording. He came home
Oh,
and he was like
nice,
listening
nice.
on the way home. He was like, "Oh, I was so encouraged by it too, just like listening to it."
Oh,
And
nice.
I was like, "It was really
Yeah, it's
great."
awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. I'm glad that Endora said she was open to having it posted online. So it is on our church YouTube. Yeah, under I forget, Life of Christ, like an interview with Endora, I think is what it's called.
Mm.
Um, Tiff, you got emotional during it. What part? What part made you emotional?
Hey, by the way, Ray was like, I could hear Aaron laughing on the
I,
side.
I mean,
It's cool. It's cool.
I have feelings too. I just, you know,
Um, I think I was already getting a little bit emotional while Andorra was sharing because she was getting teary. And then usually when I see people get teary, I tend to get teary. But
mm,
also,
mm,
I
mm,
feel like just seeing like, wow, God is so good.
mm,
Um, and I think I started breaking when I was talking about how the fruit of her trial and
mm,
suffering is just so great to our church community. Like that,
mm, mm,
I felt so like encouraged by that. Like, wow, like through your suffering, so many of us and collegians are so blessed by your ministry because
mm, mm.
through all of that,
Right, right,
you know, just
right.
seeing like the bigger picture of how God uses like one person's suffering to impact so many and
Mm,
like
mm.
being able to like pull out a little bit and see that.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Ah, that's great. Um, any topics from this series where you're like, oh, that's a good topic and it resonates with you?
Oh, I think so many, I feel like we have a good balance of like heart. I mean, a lot of it stems from the heart, but I think we have a good balance of heart and a balance of like relational,
Yeah,
like love and love, loneliness and
yeah.
friendship. I think the ones that resonate with me are the heart ones, like because I feel like those are harder, like such as pride and humility. I feel like those are harder to really think about and really pull back the layers because it's so hidden inside. I think those are the ones that I'm kind of excited to like prep for because I know that it's gonna force me to also like peel back layers that perhaps I didn't know were
Yeah, yeah,
there.
yeah, no, totally. I was doing some study for the lesson this week, and I was already like, oh man, like it's gonna cause some self-examination, some self-reflection. I feel like for us to really teach it well, because I don't think these topics are more like, okay, yeah, I'm just gonna like teach you and not have any personal like weight in it. I feel like we really got to bring a little bit of our own interaction with it too.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm kind of nervous in that sense, trying to be a little bit vulnerable.
Yeah. I guess it lines up with your goal for
Yeah,
preaching, like
yeah, yeah,
drawing on your own. Yeah.
yeah. It's true. It's true. Hopefully, this will help me grow in providing some personal illustrations
Yeah.
too.
Yes. I feel like Psalm 139, that's like
Mm,
my like search my heart, oh
mm,
God, and like
mm,
show
mm.
me like it's like revealed to me like what's not what maybe I'm not seeing, you know. I feel like that's kind of resonating
Yeah,
here.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
totally. Okay, last question before we go. What are your hopes for our students this semester? Again, we're doing like a series, Life of Christ, presenting more heart issues kind of topics. What's your hope for our students as we go through this?
I think I I hope that they would understand who they are in the Lord in a
Mm,
deep way through this series because so much of it is heart. I hope that they have those, like, they're able to really dig inside and see, like, wow, I am a child of God and this is what it means. And no matter what I go through, like anxiety or some of those relational pieces, like lust, whatever I might struggle with, knowing that I'm God's child, like I feel secure or like just kind of that feeling like a depth more deep than what they might feel right now.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, that's good. great, Tiff. I think this is going to be challenging for us, but also challenging for the students. I think they are some pretty deep topics, and so there will be a lot for us to talk about and to discuss. Thanks for hopping on the pod, Tiff. Hopefully, we can do this again.
Yeah, thanks, Erin.
Thanks, Tiff. Good night, everybody.
Good
Good night.
night.